Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Pretty sure this is gonna show up just fine, but I'm making sure. Oh yeah. All the beeps and boops are there for the boppins. I know no one's here, but maybe you're watching later. Much later, in the future, so to future you, I thank you, and good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon. I don't know. Good whatever. Hope life is treating you well right now in the future. I've decided I want to stream and finish Mario RPG. This has been something I've been working on for weeks. I love this game. It's a good casual run. That's all this is. And it's been a good learning experience of some things I wasn't aware of before. The fact that I could beat Culex tells me I am more than ready to face Smithy. I can take him down without any problem whatsoever. So I figured now was as good a time as any to finish the game. So I do not need an explanation, but I will explain to you what this is. You have to complete there are 6 challenges behind these doors. You get to complete 4 of the 6 challenges. Now, 2 of the doors feature a series of battles, 2 of the doors features obstacle courses, and 2 feature trivia. I am aiming to not do the trivia ones. And of course, I get a trivia one. That's fine. So this is a game where there's 21 coins in the box, and you're trying to get him to take the 21st coin. Am I still alive? I mean, I was just, poking around and whatever. I decided I wanted to finish this, so I decided to come back on stream to do it. So I'm going to try to deliberately lose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, well, I don't like you anyway, Dr. Topper. Nobody drank your soda. Where were we supposed to buy it from? You get Dr. Thunder from Walmart. This is better. This is what I wanted. I wanted the random battle. Oh, I don't have to do anything here. Because if they're an identifiable monster from Bowser's Army, his presence just scares them away. Also, props to anyone who could play that on a Piccolo at proper speed. Okay, Malakoopas. I'm pretty sure the Tubbo Troopa would stick around. Yeah. Although I see up in the corner the shadow of that Malakoopa is still there, so he never technically left the screen, which is kind of odd. Level 21. You regrettably cannot Piccolo. I don't regret that I can't Piccolo. But, I stuck to one instrument, like I said. And it worked very well for me. Alright. Take out this other Roy Orbison. So yeah, I'm gonna stream for until I finish the game. So it'll probably be till, I don't know, 1 in the morning probably, is my guess. Miss. Shameful. Shameful times 2. Fine. I crush you all. Once upon a forever ago, I wanted to master all woodwinds. Alright, well, I'm glad you're here with me. Yes, glad to have you here watching with me as I cough so hard and wonder if I'm okay. The answer is yes. I am definitely okay. I consider it an accomplishment when, for the first Saturday in a long Saturday, I have not taken a nap. It's almost like coffee keeps me awake. It's weird. No Corona, that's right. No Corona. Not happening. Got a lot of red essences. Good. So I have to go through 3 of these doors. Yeah, Achievement of Saturday's unlocked, right? Like, you know, anybody who knows me, Sleep and I do not get along. And lately, wow, 35, voice is still cracking. Will I ever finish puberty? Will it ever happen? Anyone? Anyone? Figured it was worth asking. My voice will crack till the day I die, at the ripe age of 783 years. Tangible, realistic year I will definitely reach. It's gonna happen. Looking forward to 2600 or whatever. However, I massively am envious of male vocal cord. Why is that? Indulge me. Why, what is it about the male vocal cord that's, like, what's the appeal? Is it how much it changes? Like, as this evening progresses, my voice will go lower. The breakage they make once mastered is amazing for range and singing. I never considered that. Oh yeah, growling is definitely easier as a guy. Yeah. The lower range does it all, doesn't it? Roy Orbison! I bet. Yep, I figured. Those are enemies from the forest maze. Even Toadstool can take them down. With her awful attack stats. From being in that tank of armor known as the Lazy Shell. So wait, we had that was a Glum Reaper. Lady chords never break. We have to fake all those noises, and it makes me sad. Oh, okay. You have made your case, and I agree with the case. Makes sense. Whoa, whoa! Got the devil number there, taking down the ghost. No, I don't want to double my coins. One more set of 4. I can't remember which item I get for this, though. Once again. 420, woo! Blaze it! Oh, God. Okay. Three Lackadoos, why not 4? That would be silly. with the weather being a butt, my Memorial Day weekend is going to be consisting of just video games, basically. Maybe some reading. Organized some comic books today. I had about 2 or 3 years worth of comic books that were still in the paper bags that they came in. And I have nice, I guess, what would you call them? Like, plastic bags with cardboard backing. I have for them. Bowser scares some, but not all of the enemies. If they're very obviously Mario enemies, like the Goombas and the Troopas and the Terrapins, they will run away. Yeah, sleeves, like, for example, so I got one right here. This is one I didn't put away yet. This was an 80-page quarterly comic book I picked up a while ago called the Mega Man Master Mix. And it was originally, it's a collection of stories adapted from Mega Man, but written and drawn in manga format. So I'm pretty sure it was a manga before they brought it over. And so there would be like a plastic sleeve that you'd fit this in, and there would also be a cardboard backing that would go on the back side of the comic book. So it preserves them and keeps them from folding. So yeah, I have a lot of comics. Oh dear. Alright, Bowser. It's on you, man. Come on! Ugh. Please, I'll run away. Please? 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 Fine. Gosh, I got something like... I'm trying to think how many comic books I have. Almost 500, I think. This is stuff I've been collecting since I was a kid. So, but I am. It's an interesting story because when it comes to comic books and Stargun. Okay, so that's Gino's weapon. When it comes to comic books and myself, there's only one that I really read while growing up, and that was Sonic the Hedgehog. Now, oh, good. Okay, so I only ever had like 15 left them all. My dad. Oh, okay. Yeah. What started it? I didn't own a Sega Genesis when I was a kid, but I started watching the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon on ABC Saturday mornings. And it had this, like... It was like this, Sonic was the leader of a group of resistance fighters against Robotnik, and it was like this, strong message about, like, pro-environmentalism and taking down a dictatorship. And they would do, like, these tactical missions or whatever, or try to find, like, things that would help them reclaim the city that Robotnik took from them. And so it actually, like, they took Sonic, who doesn't have a plot, especially for 1993, and gave him a plot. And for the time, it was incredible because the cartoon was given an ending. Season 2, at the end of Sonic the Hedgehog, they actually defeat Robotnik for good. Like he dies. And they cancel the show after that, which really sucks. But the point is that growing up in the Saturday morning cartoon culture of everything is self-contained, there's no end to the adventures, no end to whatever, this had an ending. And it was like sad but awesome at the same time. I was more upset that it got canceled. That they, didn't get a chance to, do what they wanted to do. They had other seasons planned. Well, anyway, I found out at that time that there was also a comic book being published by Archie Comics. Of Archie and Jughead fame. Like, why they would have a license for Sonic, who knew? They also had a license for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the time. Why they had it, nobody knows. So, I started reading it. I specifically remember picking up issue 13. Oh, this is good. I was shopping at Shopko with my grandma. And I saw it for sale on a kiosk. Sonic issue 13. And that was after the comic book, that was after the cartoon was done, so I was like, I want more Sonic, please. Give me more. So for $1.25, I buy this comic book. And it's an adaptation of Sonic the Hedgehog 3. They introduced Knuckles the Echidna, and I have no idea who he is, but I get hooked. I start buying, I spend my allowance money buying these comics every month. And my mom, bless her soul, checked the bookstores once a month for me on her way home from work to pick up a comic book for me. Because even though it made more sense to subscribe, I didn't do it. And so this went on for years. I watched in vain for more episodes of Sonic the Hedgehog that never came. So I kept reading the comic book. And the early issues of the comic book were very self-contained, silly in their humor, didn't take itself seriously, but somewhere around the 20th issue, it started to take itself seriously. They did a plot line where Sonic was killed, or they thought he was killed. And then it just escalated from there. Now, of course, Sonic was fine, but in subsequent issues, they started doing things like introducing these real badass enemies that could adapt to Sonic's fighting style and surpass him every time he would defeat them. And then for the 25th issue, they did an adaptation of Sonic CD, had Sonic face Metal Sonic in a race and whatever. Beautifully drawn issue. And then after that, that's when I guess at some point Archie decided, we're going to loosely adapt the cartoon from Saturday mornings and incorporate it into the comic book. So suddenly, I have this comic book that's a continuation of this canceled cartoon. They took all the best ideas from the cartoon and they incorporated it into their existing comic book universe. And the satisfaction of that as a kid, immeasurable. Utterly immeasurable. So, for the next... What was it? It's 1994. It's like for the next 4 or 5 years... for the next 4 or 5 years, I bought the comic book. My mom always picked it up for me. And then somewhere around middle school, when I got really moody and hated everything, I stopped I stopped reading it for about 2 to 3 years, and then on a whim, I saw it at what was it? I saw it at another... I saw the latest issue for sale at a grocery store that later became a Pick and Save. It used to be called 29 Super, It was a grocery store that was a local chain, not even a chain, just a local grocery store, located right on Highway 29, the state highway that goes across the north central part of the state. And so I picked up, it was like issue 97, so I skipped like, I don't know, 25-ish, I don't know, 2 years worth of issues. Anyway, I have not stopped reading since, which would have made it like 2001, give or take. And I was with that comic book through some highs and through some lows, some really bad lows. Sometime when we hang out, Lingua, I'll have to share with you the story of what happened with the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book, because eventually Archie lost the license, and so the comic book itself got canceled, and now IDW Publishing is doing their own run. It's a new story, new universe, new everything. And the only reason that the comic book ever went away or was canceled was because of one of their former writers being super butthurt that he couldn't take characters that he created for the comic book and make his own series and make his own money off of it. It was ridiculous. It's like, well, maybe I can try to explain some of it here. So, from issue, I'd say like, from issue like 14 or 15 all the way to issue 159, there was a guy who drew and wrote for the Sonic comic book, and his name was Ken Penders. And he had this idea in mind for Knuckles the Echidna, because Knuckles had an even more barren story, lacking any depth or anything than Sonic did. Because you look at the Knuckles video game character, he just guards an emerald on an island. That's all that there is to him. So this Ken Penders guy was like, well, I want to give him a story. I want to give him a history, a lineage. So what he ends up doing is he has his own idea for what Knuckles' lineage should be. And basically, he comes up with that Knuckles is, he's like the latest in a family bloodline of Guardians of the Island going back 13 generations, and that the reason that the Islandy Guards is floating is because his ancestor tried to harness the power of the Chaos Emerald for himself, and he turned corrupted, and it just turns into this big thing that Knuckles, it turns out, he's not alone. The entire civilization, including his parents, are still alive. They're just somewhere else. And it just turns into this big old thing, okay? While that's happening, in the Sonic comic book, they kill off Dr. Robotnik in issue 50. But then in issue 75, they have him come back, and having Robotnik coming from a different dimension as a robot, who then transplants his conscious into another robot body that looks like Dr. Eggman from the Sonic Adventure games and the version of Eggman that we all know. Again, adapting the games to fit their lore of their universe. Well, anyway, from like issue 80 until issue 160, the comic book turned into this big drama furry love fest. Just drama everywhere, furry love everywhere. It wasn't action anymore. Instead, it was just this like high school romance stuff, and it's all written by the same guy who came up with all the stories for Knuckles. And I think it's clear I do no de way. and explaining it in great detail. I do know D-Way. I'm very familiar with D-Way. Chester. So anyway, Penders' ideas for the comic book are just become worse and worse and worse. He gives Tails the Fox this prophecy-like story that Tails would one day merge with every alternate universe version of himself to make a giant, bulked-out version of himself called Titan Tails, and it was incredibly stupid. And so he makes it. It's near issue 160. It's clear that he's on his way out. So he just does this Titan Tales thing in a very small story and gets it over and done with. And then he leaves. This other guy shows up as the head writer. Ken Penders is gone. He's not writing, he's not drawing, nothing. This guy's name is Ian Flynn. And he... Yep, Titan Tales. Look it up, you will be very surprised at what you find. Ian Flynn is my age, mid-30s. Back then, mid-20s. Lifelong fan of Sonic. And for the next... God, how long was it? For the next 70 or 80 issues, he takes all the plot holes, all the inconsistencies, all the character flaws, all this nasty mess of a lore for this Sonic the Hedgehog comic book. This absolute jumbled fucking mess. It's disgusting. Ian Flynn takes it all and he compresses the coal and makes a diamond out of it. He takes all those existing characters, gives them all agency, gives them tangible plot lines, and has character arcs and plans for the comic that go for years. I'm talking 2-year plans, 5-year plans. And for those 70 or 80 issues, it was like a golden era. The comic book was great. And on top of that, happening. Oh, Royal Syrup? Yeah, we want that. I'm gonna wait for them to leave. On top of that, they get some new artists that establish a permanent style, because there were like 6 or 7 rotating artists with Sonic the Hedgehog from the very beginning, and some of the art was atrocious, including a couple issues drawn by somebody who took on the pen name of Many Hands, and it's just the most amateur, awful looking thing. And so instead, this artist by the name of Tracy Yardley comes in and establishes good artist, good drawing, good artwork, good character models. Everything's consistent. There is a tangible style to this. Oh dear. Okay. No. Okay. So, it's great. The next 70 to 80 issues are awesome. It's like, it actually feels good to be reading this comic book, to tell people like, hey, yeah, I'm reading this. It's actually quite good. You slog through this other bad stuff, and then it all gets fixed, and it's awesome. And then in 2013, the comic goes through a soft reboot. Why? Because in a super short nutshell, Sega released a video game called Sonic Chronicles: The Dark Brotherhood that featured evil echidnas that Ken Penders felt were deviations of his own creations for the comic book, and then sued Archie and sued Sega so that he could get the rights to these Sonic the Hedgehog characters that he created for Sonic the Hedgehog. And because Archie's lawyers were utterly incompetent, he actually more or less won via a settlement. So the comic book had to reboot itself, getting rid of a good 50 characters. And it hobbled on for another 40 to 45 issues before Archie ended up just outright canceling the comic book and being done with it. But they did it in the worst way possible because they didn't tell anyone. And so for a good year and a half, us fans were left in the dark as to what was going on with the comic book, because not even Ian Flynn would talk about what was going on. So eventually, we just found out 18 months later, after the most recent issue, that it got canceled. So 2 months after that, IDW shows up, and they're like, hey, yeah, we got a deal with Sega to do a Sonic comic book. We're hiring Ian Flynn and most of the artists from the previous run. We're going to set up a new universe, new storyline, same characters from the games, a couple of new characters, and just go with that. And so far it's been okay. I'm not as invested in it as I was with the previous game, or with the previous adaptation. But, I mean, what can you do, you know? So there, yeah, that's, that's in a very brief nutshell. If we were hanging out in person, I would tell you in much greater detail. I would, you know me, I would weave the web and make it all come together and interconnected. At this point, I think like I should probably buy my own dry erase board so that I can, like, when I explain stories to people, I can like show them how everything connects. Is this a bad idea? I feel like it's a good idea. As soon as quarantine is over. Yes. Okay, good. So we haven't hung out in a long time and it's getting annoying. No! I don't want to talk to you, Dr. Topper. You're terrible. No, it's a quiz and I hate it. Who helped me up the cliff at Land's End? The correct answer is the Sky Troopas, but I'm not going to answer. What does Red Essence do? Release back pain, of course. Was the fourth selection on the menu screen. What color are the curtains in Mario's house? I don't want to remember. What's the full name of the boss at the sunken ship? Why, it's obviously Jesse James Jones. How long have the couple inside the chapel been waiting for the wedding? Don't know. Don't care to answer. Which monster does not appear in Booster Tower? Who's a famous sculptor in Nimbus Land? Why, that is definitely Garrow, so I'm going to say Gaz. Name of the boss of the sunken ship is Jackson. What was Mallow asked to get for Frogfucius? A cricket pie. What's the name of Jagger's sensei? Jinx. How many legs does Wiggler have? I don't care, Dr. Topper. Go away forever. Nobody likes you. Grizzly explains. Yes. Yeah, I love that comic book. I did. But, I mean, what can you do? Sometimes that's just life. You know, other comic book properties have suffered far worse fates. Alright, come over here, Bob-ombs. So the trick here is I wanna ride this without exploding those. So they always follow me, no matter where I am. So the trick is, get some distance. Rock candy? I want the rock candy for sure. Oh, no. Come over here, come over here. Over here, boys. Alright, come over here. Come on. Come on. Come on. Right in the corner, right in the corner, right in the corner. See ya! Ah, yes. And then there's this stage. So, a lot of patience required for this one. Very easy to screw up. Like going back, for instance. So I just have to be very careful, because I want to get every item. Whew. That could have been bad, but it wasn't bad. That was bad! Ah, pick-me-ups are useless. Okay, I'll wait for this to come back around. So I want to get that coin block on the other end. Well, not coin block, but a treasure box. Firebomb? Get rid of that pure water. I don't need that Evian bullshit. No! Okay, 5 chances. It'll be fine. It was taken directly. Ugh! I need to see what's on the other side. There we go. I just needed to confirm that nothing was there. Oh, no. We want that Kero Cola. And done. There. Final weapons for everybody. Well, actually, not true. Toadstool has one other item she can get, and Mario does as well. Sonic symbol. Little Looney Tunes moment. Okay. That should be enough. So, time to save, because the mini-boss is coming up. It's a red Magic Koopa. This is Smithy's castle. No trespassers allowed. My first time playing this game, very foolishly, was I rented it and the saves were not cleared. So I actually started playing the game here for 10 minutes. And so seeing Mario with his Mega Glove and Bowser with his Drill Claw was like super awesome. Uh-oh. What do we get? Ah. We get another Bahamut. Oh, yeah, that's right. When he summons that, when it says Magic Koopa's hiding, it means I literally can't attack Magic Koopa. Very evil Yoshi. Huh, kinda surprised that didn't work. He's, well, he's a Magic Koopa, so he's not... So he's weak, so he's strong to magic attacks. Oh my! Woo! 446. That was a good hit. That was like as perfect a timed hit as you can get. Level 22. And he goes back to normal by changing his robe color. Magic Koopa! Huh? Where am I? Bowser, hello, how have you been? I made it back here somehow. But it seems like I've been brainwashed or something. That's definitely the excuse I'm using. I can't seem to remember anything. Have I done something wrong? Don't worry about it. Let's just put it behind us. It's great running into a loyal Koopa trooper like you. I'm glad. It looks like you've got some tough new troopers now. My magic can still help you. Watch this. Ho, kala, Koopa. This magic treasure box will never run out of coins. Just keep on hitting it. I'll be here if you need me. Come by whenever you need to rejuvenate your HP and magic. He was definitely drunk. Just remember, I can't always be coming to your rescue, you know. If there's anything more you need, best to buy it now. Was I rocking the older stuff? I was. Okay. Oh, wait, no. He doesn't sell the good stuff until now. So Hero Shirt, Prince Pants, and Star Cape. And the Heel Shell. Although I don't know if I need the Heel Shell. Your Hero Shirt. No. Bowser keeps the work pants. See ya. And then I was like, get out of here. I'm walking here. Alright, and then I get to face Bullet Bills. Except they're called Big Berthas. Big Bertha! Or the dumpster gals from Undertale. Oh god, the dumpster gals. That's more like it. Oh, dang it. I haven't run away in a while. Oh! Maybe if I would have actually done something about it. Okay. Yeah, you can stand on Whomps in this one. Yeah, only in this one. Come on, let me run away. I thought there was a... I thought there was a question block up there, but I guess there isn't. Oh well. At least I could show you. Ah, a repeat of the scene from the very beginning of the game. You're gonna love this one. Ah, so you are the notorious Mario! I'm impressed you made it this far. I didn't think you could. Oh, feisty little fellow, aren't you? But this is the end of the line. Now you've got to deal with me! On guard! It's the reason why I bring this up, because his name is Boomer. Two. It's actually a pretty decent fight. He's gonna turn on his, like, Vigor Up or Valor Up, which increases his defense. See if a Fright Bomb works on him. Nope. Just 100 points of damage. There we go. He just activates Vigor Up without, or Valor Up without doing anything. So Shaker is his instant death move, which obviously doesn't work. Well, technically some of us took damage, so... And that's the end of the fight. Ah! You damn millennials and your avocado toast! This is absurd! I was able to pay off my student loans by painting houses in the summer! I can't be defeated by them! I'll vote until I die and then afterwards! I won't fall in battle. I won't let them elect a Democrat ever again. It's not Corona. Only 2% fatality rate. Having an attack. Fake news. don't need your sympathy, your liberal-run NPR. I am a soldier. I am prepared to go and die at Applebee's. Take a dive, Chandelier. Youch! See you later, millennials. Boomer? Oh, poor Boomer. But not to worry. A little fall isn't gonna hurt you. Anyway. Alright, Mario. I'll lead you to the top. We must hurry to the appointed place. Hang on tight, and away we go! Increasing speed. Speed intensifies. Next stop to the top floor. Please fasten your seatbelts and... Wait a sec, there are no seatbelts! Ralph Nader didn't come to us for regulations yet! I'm sure they're fine. And now, we fight the fucking sword itself. The eye is protecting Exor. So, there are technically 4 enemies to fight here. There's Exor, which is the name of the sword itself. Then there's the Neo Squid, which is its jaw, the right eye, and the left eye. Now, if I had Geno with me, I could cast Geno Whirl and cast 9999 damage in one hit and end this battle. But this battle is really cool, so... So, it says Exor's protection's gone, but I don't think that's necessarily true. You know, I've never figured out why the mouth is referred to as Neo Squid, to be honest. Let's try hitting Exor. Oh, he does? Okay. Carnicus. See, it's beneficial to defeat all 3 enemies before taking on Exor because... then they don't attack you. But there's so much going on screen that the frame rate drops just a little bit. Just a little bit of slowdown. Ouch. You can't hurt Peach. I keep telling them this and they don't listen to me. Okay, now I'm gonna make the effort to defeat all 3 of these before taking on Exor. That was supposed to put me to sleep. Oh, the Corona, the name of the movie? Yeah. Yes! Got the freebie. And that's the sign that the Neo Squid is down. And now all of his protection is gone. And the fight's over. And we get sucked into the sword. Because that's normal. We leveled up anyway. Digga, 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 digga. Do you know where this leads to? It looks like Exor is the contact between the two worlds. In other words, if we follow this road, we'll find Smithy. So, what's keeping us? Hang on! Hey, I only joined so I could get my castle back. I'm not going to be dragged along in this stupid hunt. This is as far as I go. I'm going to gather my troops and rebuild my castle. And you, Mario, you're an official member of the Koopa Troop. It's your duty to help with the repairs. Bowser, you're completely missing the point. What? I ought to rip your stuffing out. Now, think about it, Bowser. The sword connects the two worlds, right? Yeah, so? Even if we defeat Exor, there will be other weapon beasts to follow him. Your castle is at the entrance point to your world. In short, they'll be back. Is that what you want? Well... More weapon things coming to take over a castle, but what about my privacy? This isn't good at all. In fact, this stinks. But I can't just be pals with these cretins. I've got an image to keep up. Well, I've got it. No one insults the Koopa Troop and gets away with it. I've got a bone to pick with this Smithy guy. Come on, Mario. We'll teach him a lesson. I'm so sly. Looks like we're together on this one. Let's go. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is swap out Bowser for Geno. No. Give him the Jinx Belt, give Geno the Quartz Charm. And we're actually going to head back. Going to save real quick, and there's one or two more things I have to do. And then I'll take on the factory. So step one is to save. We're going to stop in Moleville. Go to the specialty shop. Good to see you again. I'll show you my inventory. Item number 3, a metal plate. Don't know what it's used for, but I'll sell it for 300 coins. Here's the kicker. It's not a metal plate. It's a frying pan. Now, this does get some flack, and rightly so, for perpetuating sexism, because, you know, Peach is the only woman on the team, and what does she get? A frying pan, which is going to remind you of, or like a rolling pin, you know, that patriarchal, you know, wife with the ungrateful wife with the rolling pin beating her ungrateful husband into submission or whatever because she doesn't let him go to fucking bowling night that he forgot to tell her about a week before because they don't communicate well. But in any case, here's the thing. Frying pan is the strongest. Like, Super Slap was a pretty strong weapon, but this is even more so. So it's just right to give her a cast iron plate of metal, of iron, for her to completely, you know, mess some people up. So, frying pans, who knew, right? Ah, from Tangled, yes. It's been a long time since I saw that film. Okay, oh, I'm sorry. I have to go to Moleville for one other thing. sell some stuff here. Making room for other items. I can't recall how many fireworks I'm supposed to buy. Let me check it real quick, because it matters for the end credits that we'll see later. Da-da-da-da-da. 5 or more. Yeah, I was pretty sure I had to buy 5. Okay, pretty sure I got it. I'm gonna buy one more from him, just to make sure. Okay. And then I'll sell this, and then that'll be it. We can head up to the factory. Although I suppose we could see what Valentina's up to. From, Nimbus Land. Show you how quickly you can get through this whole dang-ass area. Because in RPGs, you're rewarded for going back down old paths. Now, I don't remember this one. Oh shoot, I actually made it through. Alright, cool. What are you babbling about? Why should I marry you? What a wonderful thing to say. Uh-oh. Yep. Oh yeah, and if you look very closely to the right of Mario is a Samus Aran doll from Metroid. Okay. So that's a nice little... It's worth going back here just for that cutscene. Unbelievable. Okay. That's the worst of it. So there is that, and then I suppose there's also the matter of Booster Pass, because when I was in Booster Tower... Oh, no, I don't want to come in from this way. I want to come in from this way. This was not here before. Golly, you're that famous Mario guy. If I beat you, they'll make me Sif at 4, if I'm lucky. Nope. Well, now they'll make me take the training course over again. And a Caracola and a frog coin. Definitely worth coming back for. Okay. Pretty sure that's it for nice surprises. Yeah, that should be it. Alright, to the gate! With some really cool music. Also, enjoy this callback to Super Mario Bros. 3 right here. Alright, I'm gonna make mincemeat of this factory. There are a lot of tough enemies here, and I don't need to deal with most of them. Not an amoeba, an amoeboid. Better skedaddle. Ugh. Just gotta keep dealing with them, essentially. Alright. Next. See, since there's so many enemies here, if you're lower level, this is a great place to level up. Also, Mario's technically final item. However, it is weaker than the Lazy Shell by 20 points. But, you know what? I've been using the Lazy Shell this whole time. I'm gonna make it interesting. I never finished the game with the Ultra Hammer. This is about trying things differently. And now, we're gonna fight an alarm clock. It's Mario! It's Mario! How did I get here? We better do something! Alright, it's been... So I can fight the countdown or the dingling. So I'm gonna fight Countdown first. The daily struggle. True. So the bells cast spells, and the clock will attack me based on the time it reads. It's 1 o'clock, time to play. This will probably turn Geno into a scarecrow. Yep. Which means he can't use his attack. You can't hurt her. It doesn't work. It's 3 o'clock, time to recover! Fear Roulette instant death. Doesn't work. I have every character with an accessory that prevents instant death. This should silence him, which disables special attacks. I ran out of bombs. Who would have guessed? It's 5 o'clock. Time for a break, huh? Our flash will put people to sleep. Can't touch Peach. Time to fully recover. Oh, you silly. The watch is broken, which makes this really cool animation. Time is marching on. There we go. And that's the battle. Which ends with the clock still spinning out of control, which I love. It's a nice touch. Because if you defeat the bells first, and then defeat the watch face, or the clock face, then it just disappears. Which is just not nearly as fun. Alright, fully healed up. Onwards and downwards. Now we're going to face machine clones of previous bosses. In this case, Axum Red, Pink, and Green. But they have much less hit points than their originals, which is why they're called machine maids. Also, the only boss battles you can run from. Okay. Oh yeah, it's, you know, and it's really cool because it's treated like a sort of boss rush. While also, like, it's a boss rush thematically. And also, like, if you don't want to, you don't have to in most cases. Oh, let me leave. Thank you. Let me leave. Thank you. And so now I have to do a boss battle with the first boss of the game with a machine-made version of Mac. Done like dinner, baby. Oh, right, this one. Okay. Get back. There we go. And now I have to fight a machine-made version of Bowyer. Second boss. You'll disable the A button? Oh, maybe not. The thing is like, with this gauntlet, you know, boss rush thing, you can fight as many of these as you want. They will keep coming. So thematically, that's why it works the way it does. Gotta fight Bowyer twice. Oh yeah, you get to heal before the final boss fight. Absolutely you do. Just like that, done. It's a good way to level up, too, because those Bowyer fights are 50 experience points each. So. And with Mario RPG, you can max everybody's levels to 30. But for the purpose of this run, it is entirely unnecessary. Okay. We're going to check out this room over here first. And then we're going to fight... I didn't want to fight these guys. Thank you. We're going to fight the machine maid Yaridovich. It's a good challenge for me to be doing a run like this because... Oh no. Oh, okay. Because, like I said, I never used the Ultra Hammer. So I'm trying to figure out, like, the best timing for the hit. Because timed hits are basically... You gotta hit it on a certain frame, and that'll determine the maximum amount of damage that you can inflict. That's right. Peach taking him down with the frying pan. Hell yeah. Also 60 hit points, which is pretty great. Okay. Next boss fight. This is, I think, like one of the more interesting battles in Mario RPG. They're like spiritual successors to Great Guy and Knife Guy. Behold, they've taken the bait! I guess I can spare a few minutes. Maybe they'd like to play. It's like, just these, I don't know, these dang-ass clown machines. Whereas Knife Guy and Great Guy were actual clowns. These guys were just created by Squaresoft. Just originals. Nobody knows the hell they're about. Other than that, they serve Smithy. So I usually defeat Cloaker first. So I'm gonna defeat Domino instead. Because there are two phases to this battle depending on who you defeat first. This is tougher than I thought. I don't like where this is going. And so you move along. Oh, da-dum-dee-dum-dee-da-da-da-deem. What the hell is this? That old dang-ass danger noodle. Put your dukes up. And so it's really cool because in the background you've got this snake that's like coiled all the way around these columns, just giving you the impression this is a real big-ass dangerous thing. So Cloaker and the Earthlink. So I'm gonna take down the Earthlink first. Wow, game slowed down. Wow. Not something I see too often. Look at that. Jesus. Jeez. Ooh, that hurt. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Earthlink has a lot of HP. But it takes out both if you kill him. And that's that. So that's a second boss fight. And now, we're in the actual factory. Production's on schedule. This despite the fact that Mac, Bowyer, Yuridovich, and the extra Rangers were defeated. At this rate, Smithy will have a new army in no time. A new army? You can't be making more weapons! Haven't you caused enough trouble already? Oh yeah? Who are you? This is the Mario. Give up now while you still have a chance. Shut down production now or he'll stomp you. What did you say, you little puffball? Mad Mallet, trash. Trash him. Take him down! Take him down, honey! When I get mad, I get southern! Do something about it, honey! Oh, yeah. Get real Memphis on you. Oh. Alright, let's see what you got. See, you get the right accessories. Not even being level 30. Easy peasy. Wow, we're almost there, Mario. Come on! What do you suppose this switch does? What does this switch do? Nothing's happening. Huh? What's with the funny face, Mario? Oh, I know. You're trying to make me look, aren't you? I'm not gonna fall for that one. Ah! Help me, Mario! Boy, that was scary. I guess the green switch controls the crane. Thank you. Mario! Ah! Phew! I finally made it up here. Let me help you guys out! Princess! I'm sorry I snuck out without telling you were the Chancellor. I just wanted things to get back to normal. I wanted to do my part to help. Princess. Yes, that's it! Any job that lets me help both Mario and the princess is worthwhile! You're gonna help both of us?
Well, I carried all I could. Now what could you use? Hello!
I have everything I need, honestly. Party is refreshed during battle. What the hell does that mean? Guess we'll find out.
This for you.
Rock candy, hell yeah. Thank you, Toad.
We're almost there. Come on, let's show 'em.
That's the last and only time I will use that voice. Here's the report. Sir, the drill bit will be finished on time. We're ahead of schedule. We'll make Smithy proud. It bothers us that we all have the same voice. Good work, everyone. The harder we work, the stronger Smithy will become. The weapons we manufacture here will be... Just think of it. When Smithy takes over Mario's world, we can do anything we want. Not so fast. You sure are a cocky bunch. I rule this world. Don't you forget it. It's Mario. Mac 2 and Yuridovich 2 didn't stop him. No, leave Mario out of this. I'm the one you need to worry about, not him. Mario, you're about to make the longest jump of your life. You're ignoring me. That's it. Finally facing the manager. Karens everywhere rejoice. Oh. Here we go. One of my favorite Bowser moments in all of gaming history. Well, like the moon over the day, my genius and brawn are lost on these fools. A haiku. Well... You there, are you the one in charge here? Do you know what your weapons have been doing to our world? Stop this nonsense at once! I'm afraid that is impossible. Any dissent against Smithy will be dealt with by immediate meltdown. Meltdown? You can't scare me, I've got Mario by my side. Dissenters will be eliminated, production will continue. Alright. Right? It's a great haiku! I love it. So even though... So yeah, we did the gauntlet of the previous bosses. It's obvious that this is like a build-up kind of thing, too. That they use the regular battle music for these not boss battles. Mario reaches level 23. Last level. That was scary, but we can't run away now. We've got to kick these lowlifes out of our world. Level 23. That's a good level. Yes, it's a good level to be at. So after every fight along this uphill battle, you also get all your HP replenished. Alright, final mini-boss before Smithy. Mario, I'm surprised to see you here. But this is... Oh, I almost said this isn't. Oh, silly me. This is the end of the line for you. This is the closest you'll ever get to Smithy, so savor the moment. You'll be fodder for my incredible invention, the very appropriately named, not weird at all, don't mock me, shut up, the gun yoke. So I'm going to work on taking out the gun yoke, because it can cast the breaker beam like the Axum Rangers could with their ship. Go ahead, shocker. Watch what happens. Nothing. Pathetic. You know what? Ice bomb, sure. Yeah, naming is pretty great with this. The Fungu Spike. Nope. Ah! It's very difficult to get a 9999 with the Geno World. This is gonna hurt. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. And that takes care of the gun yoke. So all that's left is this chump. Alright. Here we are. We're at the end. Peach reaches level 27. Stu frickin' Pendus. The production line hasn't halted. Look, Mario, this is where the weapons come from. They sure do. I always get a little sad at this moment because this is going to be the final battle and there's nothing left to play after this in this game. But it's such a good ride. Anyway, this must be where Smithy makes his weapons. To find the last star piece and stop the factory, we've got to defeat him first. Mario, there's no turning back now. Are you ready? I mean, I whooped Culex's ass, so I hope I'm ready. Our quest is almost over. And when the time comes, I will never appear in another video game again. Come on, let's get this show on the road. Doing it. Oh, I have this down to a well, not to a science. I just know exactly what I have to do. It's a good fight. You're also going to be bear witness to some really cool music. So, this Santa Claus looking motherfucker is Smithy. Hey! There's the last star piece. He literally has it embedded on his chest. Okay. I'm going to give him a voice based off my Uncle Harry. I think that would be... I'd like to do that.
Ah! Already finishing your tour of the factory, huh? Want a Snapple? Alright then. It's in the fridge. How about a little demonstration?
I do have a great uncle who sounds somewhat like that. And I love him dearly. He's a great dude. Yo, Smithy! Stop making those things and hand over the star piece now.
You're Mario? Looks like we're gonna have a little dispute over the star. Some wood ducks came into the cabin the other day. Lumber sale, Menards.
Just hand it over and get out of my castle!
My. A little touchy today, aren't we? You know, I'm actually growing rather fond of this place. Ah!
Please, don't make us go through anymore. Just give us the star, now.
Goddamn! Better yet, why don't you give me your stars? Why, I could easily conquer this world. We could get rid of all wishes and create a world filled with weapons. With 30-odd 6 in the back. Over here now. I'll crush you all. Time for that Snapple.
Ba-boom. Okay. Listen. So, there's the sledge attack. Kinda hurts. We're gonna use up some of that rock candy. Try to time the freebie if I can. So make little shysters. Oh, they're called shipers, my mistake. So yeah, sword rain is a thing. Kind of hurts. Oh, and I've defeated the smelter, so no more items will come out for Smithy to create. No pure metal, I should say. No liquid metal. Meteor Swarm is a thing. And it hurts. There we go. Let's throw another rock candy at him. This is like the best time to use rock candies. One more ought to do it. I mean, it didn't, but, you know, I still did it. he should be really close to being defeated. This'll do it. There we go.
Ah, goddamn! No!
Calm down, Smithy. Your head looks like a geyser. Don't get so worked up. Think of your blood pressure. We just built this yesterday, and the foundation's very weak. So stop shaking the floor.
How utterly annoying! Ah, goddamn! Huh? What the? How in the heck? Ah, goddamn! Want a Snapple? Popcorn? Ice cream? Goddamn turkey's coming in. No! Oh, I'm burning, seething. Never have I been so wronged. It is time. I will show you my real form. I will show you my true power. I will teach you respect, and I shall have my revenge. No! Ah! Ah, goddamn! Come on, you beauty ants.
Smithy's true form. So, he has 8,000 hit points in his head, 3,000 in his body. So what I want to do is, the thing is that he's going to use that hammer, and he's going to keep changing the form of his head to do different attacks. What I want to do is whittle down his HP to his body so that he doesn't... So when it hits 0 hit points, he won't be able to move his body for a few turns. So, I want to get him into a head form that I can take on. So... But yeah, we're at the end here. This is the final battle. God, I love this game. Let's just throw some heavy stuff at all of them. Ooh, actually did some damage to her. I'm impressed, Smithy. Alright, time for the Quiero Quiero Cola. Restores all health and flower points.
Can't move! Ah! Yet I'm still moving!
Okay, so, now, I'm just gonna hit him with all my strongest stuff. Do I have any other bombs or items I can use? Freshen up, Quiero Quiero Cola. You know what? Now's the time. I can burn through every item I have. Nice. Ooh, this is the bad one. His magic attacks hurt, but his physical defense is really low. Wow, 14. Did you see that shit? But 578 physical damage. Let's see, if I didn't take the red essence, that would have hurt.
I'm burning with power! Ah! Goddamn!
Okay. Doing some good damage here. I still have 2 red essences left. Fuck it. Burn it all! I still have 2 red essences left. Last red essence. Okay. Ooh, 500. Yeah, that's good. I'm really hoping he shows his other forms, because he's got plenty. Actually, come on. Yeah, I'm gonna... He has more than just the tank and the spell face. So let's make him do it. Come on. Yeah. So he has this, which the treasure box will lift in a random attack will appear. There, now this is a challenge. Come on, show me the other one. Guess not. Ooh, down to 8. Okay. Another Caracola coming right up. And another freebie. Might as well go all out with the powers. Well, I mean, it worked. You're supposed to tap it on specific frames and then it'll spit out the most flames. But if you just tap A repeatedly without rhyme or reason, then that's what happens. But this one, however, Come on, Peach, final blow. Or maybe not. Yeah! Good, I was hoping I could get him to end on a jump.
Ah! My body head are burning! Burning up, damn it! Now I'm going to bed. It's not possible.
I don't believe it.
I'm finished. Done for. Ah! Oh! Why did you give me this voice? God damn! I don't sound intimidating at all. You want a Snapple?
Yes, Smithy, I would love a Snapple. Come on, Mario. Send the last one way up high. Because that is the game. That's it. The casual run of Mario RPG is complete. So now we get to enjoy the end of the game together. Oh yeah. This is probably, I don't know, the 30th time I've beaten this game. I love it so much. All the 7-star pieces are here. Thank you, everyone. The Star Road is back to normal. And it's back to being a doll. But there he is. And so, with the tale complete, before we get to the end credits, we get to see what happened to everybody. So Mallow becomes a prince and has a formal celebration. Bowser and his Koopa Troop fix all the holes in the castle. Jonathan Jones doing pirate stuff. I don't know. He just doing his thing. Yoshi's still winning all the races. Boshi and Krako clearly off to engage in all sorts of shenanigans. and treachery. Todovsky with his first big concert. We didn't really do too much with Todovsky in this run. Featuring Frogfucius as a singer. And it was worth going back to this before. Booster and Valentina get married, with Dodo the bird as an officiant. And finally, good old thank you screen with the Chancellor and Toad and Yoshi and Mario and Peach. But we're not done just yet. There's still credits to roll. We gotta see who made this game. What better way to do it than with a parade, led by Luigi making his first appearance in the game. So you get to see some really cool sprite work here. So Todovsky with the Piranha Plant organ. Right? Yeah, it is an A+ game. It was released in May of 1996. 4 months before Super Mario 64 released. So there's the Royal Bus with Mallow and the King and Queen. Frogfucius chilling with his tadpoles. The moles of Moleville, representing a gigantic bomb, which is a terrible idea for a parade, but the same. Yeah, this was a beautiful collaboration between Squaresoft and Nintendo. There's only one other game that is a better collaboration on the Super Nintendo in terms of RPGs than Squaresoft, and that's Chrono Trigger. So, bring Bowser's Keep for the parade. Krako steals from it. Bowser and his clown car going off to recover the items that were stolen. There's Dodo and Valentina. Unfortunately, a lot of these characters don't ever reappear in any other games because of Squaresoft creating the characters, and I guess they had enough legality over ownership of them that there just hasn't been any, like, interest in using them for anything else. There's Booster with his train, his Sniffets going after a beetle for him. But yeah, this was like one of the swan songs for the Super Nintendo. When you go from, you know, Super Mario World and Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past to this game using 3D modeling and isometric perspectives, it's incredible what they were able to get out of the machine. And the Super Nintendo is technically 1980s hardware because, you know, it came out in 1990. You know, they were putting it all together using hardware made in the late 80s. So that it could do all of this with that speaks a lot to the developers, especially. So there's Smithy and his gang in the parade, squishing Mac and Yuridovich and Bowyer with his mighty hammer as he rides on the blade. Jonathan Jones with a nighttime display for the ship, which honestly is a cool little touch. And Toads with phosphorescent heads. Who knew? So, the reason why I went back to buy the fireworks is going to be important here because the number of fireworks you purchase is indicative to the style of fireworks you get at the end of the game. So, got a mushroom and a flower, which means a star is only inevitable. It's coming. It's happening. Yeah, CG modeling for a Super Nintendo game. Who the hell would have thought? And a Toad getting to ride Yoshi. Something that we wouldn't see until New Super Mario Bros. For the Wii. There's Mario and Peach, or Toadstool, on the star. And there's Geno. He's going to show us, did I buy enough fireworks for a good ending? If you buy no fireworks, you get a mushroom. If you buy 1 to 2, you get a mushroom. If you buy 3 to 4, you get a fire flower. If you buy 5 or more, you get a star. There it is. Got enough fireworks. The true ending. And wait for it. Wait for it. Well, thank you. It's always a real treat sticking around for the end credits for this one. And done. The end. So, and then if you stick around long enough, it starts playing the Super Mario Brothers theme song. So there you have it. That was a very casual run of Super Mario RPG that took, gosh, I don't know, 8 or 9 hours, maybe more. I'd have to go back and actually like measure it. So, yeah. So, good game. I said I'd be done by 1, but it's 1:37. It's fine. No big deal. Anyway, I wanted to get this game done because I've got other stuff I want to play, but I wanted to finish this too. I wanted to finish it. It's such a good game. So, with that said, I think I'm going to turn in for the night and start to cool down, relax, and eventually get some sleep in. Got more gaming to do tomorrow. Don't know about streaming, though. We'll see. But the next time I play a game that is not Animal Crossing, it's going to be something different. It's going to be something probably along the lines of, I don't know, something on my Switch. There's a couple of games I've heard of. There's this gigantic library that I have that I should play through, because there's a lot of good stuff there. So it's all coming. It's all going to happen. So you have a good night as well, Lingua Lupa. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for the past 2 hours, and of course earlier in the Animal Crossing stream. So, as always, keep it crispy, watch for deer, and I'll see you next time.